Part 2. Major Intelligence Activities. The doctrinal concepts in Part 1, Intelligence and Operational Fundamentals, are important to fully understand the content in Part 2, which discusses major intelligence activities, intelligence staff support, and intelligence operations. Chapters 5 and 6 further set the foundation to understand the specifics of fighting for intelligence, which is discussed in detail in Part 3. Chapter 5. Intelligence Staff Support. Section I. Overview. Staff support commanders in making and implementing decisions and in integrating and synchronizing combat power. Competent staffs multiply a unit's effectiveness. They provide timely and relevant information and analysis, make estimates and recommendations, prepare plans and orders, assist in controlling operations, and assess the progress of operations for the commander. A staff primarily supports the commander, assists subordinate commanders, staffs, and units, informs units and organizations outside the headquarters. Effective intelligence support is multifaceted, and the G2S2 and intelligence staff are ultimately responsible for providing intelligence support to the commander and staff. The complexities of collecting against and conducting analysis on a determined and adaptive threat that is technologically capable across all domains create challenges for the G2S2 and intelligence staff. Other complexities that can challenge the intelligence staff include but are not limited to a multitude of factors within the operational environment across the human, information, and physical dimensions. Sophisticated intelligence capabilities. The intelligence architecture. Time constraints during the execution of the intelligence process. The many requirements to support multi-domain operations. This chapter discusses how the intelligence staff provides intelligence support to the commander and staff, including intelligence staff composition and responsibilities, key intelligence warfighting function tasks, situational understanding, the common intelligence picture, and the common operational picture. Figure 5.1 shows important aspects of fighting for intelligence from the context of the intelligence process, with emphasis on the commander's role in driving the intelligence warfighting function, and the G2S2's role in synchronizing intelligence. Section I. Intelligence Staff Composition and Responsibilities. The first aspect of understanding intelligence staff support is understanding the intelligence staff's composition and responsibilities, which differ by echelon but are also similar across echelons. The G2S2 organizes its staff, provides focus, assigns tasks, and synchronizes the entire intelligence effort. However, the discussions about staff responsibilities interrelate with preceding discussions about staff teamwork, the operations process, integrating processes, and leveraging intelligence and collaborating with higher subordinate and adjacent units and organizations. Intelligence staff composition. The composition of the intelligence staff differs significantly across echelons, from theater army to brigade combat team levels. The G2S2 organizes its staff to include the supporting intelligence analytical element to meet the various requirements resulting from the conduct of operations. The higher the echelon, the more personnel within the intelligence staff and the more sophisticated the structure. Generally, certain functions are common across echelons and drive the organization of the intelligence staff. Forming permanent instead of ad hoc teams or sections is preferable because of the skills and proficiency necessary to perform those functions. Although there are intelligence staff elements in other command post cells, most of the intelligence staff sections reside in the main command post intelligence cell. Additional staff integration occurs through cross-functional working groups, such as the Information Collection, Protection, and Targeting working groups. The intelligence functional cell commonly includes the following: the G2X, 2 Piece 2, Collection Management, Targeting, The all-source collection element or brigade intelligence support element at the brigade combat team level. Intelligence, electronic warfare maintenance, and intelligence sustainment. Intelligence communications. The United States Air Force Staff Weather Officer or Staff Weather Team, when augmented. Higher headquarters may augment the intelligence cell with additional capabilities to meet mission requirements. This chapter discusses the intelligence staff, to include the supporting intelligence analytical element as a critical element of the intelligence staff. Intelligence analytical elements are either attached, under operational control, direct support, or in another support relationship to the headquarters and headquarters company, or other headquarters that includes the staff at that echelon. For example, at the division level, the division all-source collection element is controlled by the division G2. Intelligence staff responsibilities. Staff members have specific duties and responsibilities associated with their area of expertise. They must be ready to advise the commander and other senior leaders about issues pertaining to their area of expertise without advance notice. However, regardless of their career field or duty billet, all staff sections share a common set of duties and responsibilities to include managing information within their area of expertise, building and maintaining running estimate, conducting staff research, analyzing problems, performing intelligence preparation of the operational environment, developing information requirements, advising and informing the commander, providing recommendations, preparing plans, orders, and other staff writing, including recommendations on task organization, exercising staff supervision, performing risk management, assessing operations, conducting staff inspections and assistance visits, performing staff administrative procedures. The intelligence staff is primarily responsible for providing the commander and staff with intelligence on the threat, terrain, weather and weather effects, civil considerations, and other significant aspects of the operational environment. Other intelligence staff responsibilities include, but are not limited to, enabling an effective intelligence process, plan, establish, and revise an intelligence architecture in close collaboration with the G6, S6, and other staff members, leverage data, information, and intelligence to provide the best intelligence support possible, lead collection management, which drives information collection, develop a draft of Annex L of the order to assist the G3, S3, ensure ongoing information collection, collecting the information needed for anticipated decisions and intelligence requirements, use knowledge management techniques to optimize intelligence support, answer requests for information from higher subordinate and adjacent units, disseminate intelligence to higher subordinate and adjacent units and organizations, determining and requesting foreign disclosure office or representative support to facilitate collaboration with unified action partners and allies, facilitating an understanding of the operational environment, with the greatest emphasis on the threat, terrain, weather and weather effects, civil considerations, and other significant aspects of the operational environment. Conduct pre-mission analysis of the operational environment, including analysis of threat capabilities and the population, especially information dimension effects, across the domains and dimensions. Lead intelligence preparation of the operational environment, and produce the various intelligence preparation of the operational environment product. Analyze and evaluate civil considerations in close collaboration with the G9, S9. Facilitate the United States Air Force Staff Weather Officer or Staff Weather Team in effectively providing forecasts and weather effects on friendly and enemy capabilities. Commanders supported by their staffs must develop and maintain the best possible understanding of their operational environment, including the domains, dimensions, and the operational and mission variables. Figures 2.5 and 2.6 illustrate the inclusion of the domains, dimensions, and the operational and mission variables into staff activities and analysis, specifically the intelligence staff's responsibility to provide the commander and staff with intelligence on the threat, terrain, weather, and weather effects, civil considerations, and other significant aspects of the operational environment. Supporting all forms of planning and assessments to include targeting and the other integrating processes. Right Annex B of the Order. Provide intelligence support to targeting through lethal and non-lethal means. Provide intelligence support to civil affairs units executing operations with unified action partners and regional and local populations and institutions. Provide intelligence support to psychological operations, operations security, military deception, and other information advantage activities. Provide intelligence support to risk management. Provide intelligence support to knowledge management. Supporting the conduct of operations and the commander's decisions. Answer intelligence requirements and provide advice. Perform situation development. Maintain the intelligence running estimate, and develop the common intelligence picture and the intelligence portion of the common operational picture. Provide support to protection and sustainment, including specific requirements in the rear area. Provide support to combat assessment. Supporting security programs to include the following. Supervise command and personnel security programs. Evaluate physical security vulnerabilities to support staff sections, particularly the operations and signal staffs. Perform staff planning and supervise the Special Security Office when applicable. The G2S2 The G2S2 leads the intelligence staff and has responsibility for what the intelligence staff does and does not accomplish. The G2S2 is the primary advisor to the commander and staff on the intelligence warfighting function. Additionally, the G2S2 has staff responsibility for the United States Air Force Staff Weather Officer. Successful intelligence support is based on the successful execution of the intelligence process, which the G2S2 enables through intelligence synchronization. However, the G2S2, as one person, must depend on its staff to provide effective intelligence support to the unit and facilitate situational understanding and effective targeting. The G2S2 is not responsible for the conduct of intelligence operations by the military intelligence unit beyond conducting collection management. The Military Intelligence Unit Commander is responsible for the conduct of intelligence operations by the Military Intelligence Unit. Chapter 3 discusses the roles of the G3S3, G2S2, Collection Manager or Collection Management Team, and Military Intelligence Unit Commander or Military Intelligence Unit, related to intelligence operations. Due to the nature and fluidity of large-scale combat operations, commanders will have to make decisions with imperfect intelligence. Intelligence that is too late for commanders to make timely decisions results in a loss of the initiative and lost battles and engagements. As much as possible, the intelligence staff depends on thorough and disciplined all-source analysis. All-source analysis reduces the possibility of error, bias, deception, disinformation, and misinformation by considering multiple sources of information and intelligence. However, when necessary, the commander and staff may have to depend on either single-source intelligence or combat information without all-source intelligence analysis or verification. The cyberspace domain and the information dimension require specialized expertise from outside the traditional military staff, such as industry and academia. Intelligence support to the cyberspace domain and the information dimension often requires specific authorities, moves at a high tempo, and requires close coordination with higher-level friendly military cyberspace activities, and sometimes with non-military cyberspace activities. Section II, Key Intelligence Warfighting Function Task. Chapter 1 describes how the intelligence warfighting function supports operations through a broad range of doctrinal tasks referred to as intelligence warfighting function tasks. The intelligence staff is responsible for some of those tasks. Military intelligence units are responsible for other tasks, and both the intelligence staff and military intelligence unit have shared responsibility for some tasks. Figure 5.2 illustrates key intelligence warfighting function tasks from an understanding the operational environment perspective. This section discusses the most important intelligence warfighting function tasks from the intelligence staff's perspective. Appendix B provides a detailed discussion of the intelligence warfighting function tasks. Plan, establish, and revise an intelligence architecture. As discussed in Chapter 1, the intelligence architecture has an important role in providing intelligence support. The G2, S2, and the Intelligence Staff Plan establish and revise the intelligence architecture in close collaboration with higher-level and subordinate G2, S2s, and the military intelligence unit commander and staff at that echelon. Additionally, the intelligence staff must coordinate with key members of the staff, especially the G6, S6, and G3, S3. The intelligence architecture consists of more than a unit's organic collection capabilities, systems, and personnel. It also includes all elements of the intelligence network and associated communications architectures, including the primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency communications, planned to enable intelligence operations and support to mission requirements. Planning. Planning the intelligence architecture is inseparable from long-range planning for future intelligence operations. The intelligence staff can neither perform long-range planning without carefully considering the intelligence architecture, nor plan an intelligence architecture without carefully considering long-range planning. The intelligence architecture is connected directly to the types and methods of intelligence support necessary for future operational plans. This planning is roughly equivalent to developing a blueprint for a house that is based on a larger plan to build a housing area in that area. The unit cannot count on using intelligence capabilities during an operation if those capabilities are not accounted for in the intelligence architecture and supported by a larger communications plan. Once the intelligence architecture is in place and the unit is conducting operations, periodic changes are necessary. These changes are called revision. When developing the intelligence architecture, the intelligence staff collaborates with the military intelligence unit staff to consider the personnel, organizations, systems, and procedures necessary for developing intelligence, including those required for intelligence operations. It is critical for the intelligence staff to collaborate with the commander and staff as early as possible and throughout planning to ensure the intelligence architecture is adequately planned and established as soon as possible. The G2, S2, and intelligence staff also ensure the higher headquarters linkage to the unit, and subordinate unit requirements are adequately integrated into their intelligence architecture to enable effective information collection, processing, exploitation, and dissemination, and analysis and production to support mission requirements. This ensures the intelligence architecture supports the necessary operational and technical connections between collection assets, control elements, processing, exploitation and dissemination capabilities, analytical cells, and various command posts to enable an effective information flow of intelligence to commanders and staffs, and access across the intelligence enterprise. The intelligence architecture must also account for all complementary capabilities and intelligence-related missions and operations employed by the unit. Architecture details. The intelligence staff portrays the intelligence architecture in a series of planning products that map the operational and technical aspects of the interoperability between the many components of the architecture. The planning products include, but are not limited to, the different intelligence capabilities, communications means, technical networks, tactical considerations, collection management. Collection management is, in intelligence usage, the process of converting intelligence requirements into collection requirements, establishing priorities, tasking or coordinating with appropriate collection sources or agencies, monitoring results, and retasking as required. Collection management includes ensuring information collection, intelligence reach, requests for information, and requests for collection result in adequate information, combat information, and intelligence to support operations. In the Army, tasking authority derives from the commander and resides with the G3S3. Within Army operations, neither the collection manager, G2S2, nor intelligence staff members have tasking authority. To retask an asset, the G2S2 must closely collaborate with the G3S3, as well as address information collection issues within the Command Information Operations Center so intelligence is continually ready to support decision-making, targeting, and other aspects of operations. It is important for the collection manager, all-source collection element or brigade intelligence support element chief, and the appropriate G3S3 representative to quickly work through information collection issues. Collection management is the primary driver for overall information collection planning. The overlap of collection management and information collection planning occurs in the SOOL. Development of the collection management plan. Use of intelligence handover lines and other graphic measures. Feasibility and details of employing ground reconnaissance. Planning of fires and sustainment to support the information collection efforts. The following are inherent in conducting collection management: intelligence reach and requests for information, monitoring available collection assets and assessing their ability to provide the required information, recommending adjustments to new requirements or locations of collection assets if required, collection orchestration as part of the operational level model, collection management and intelligence analysis. During any phase of military operations, commanders' critical information requirements are critical to the commander's decisions and staff control. The intelligence warfighting function focuses on answering intelligence requirements. Both collection management and intelligence analysis are driven by priority intelligence requirements, targeting intelligence requirements, and other intelligence requirements that subsequently drive the development of specific information requirements. Specific information requirements assist in tasking or requesting collection assets to collect information that results in effective intelligence that answers the commander's requirements. Collection management supports the intelligence analysis process, and intelligence analysis supports the collection management process, and both must account for processing, exploitation, and dissemination activities. These activities must be synchronized, and analysts within both activities must collaborate closely to enable the intelligence warfighting function. Intelligence analysis sets the stage for collection management, which includes developing information requirements that later result in intelligence requirements that drive effective information collection. This enables intelligence analysts to answer the commander's intelligence requirements. The intelligence staff conducts collection management in collaboration with the operations staff to collect, process, and analyze information that affects operations. Collection management functions. The collection management functions, requirements management, mission management, and execution management provide a useful way of viewing collection management as a whole. They also provide a potential means of structuring the collection management team and filling positions. These functions divide those processes and tasks associated with collection management to assist the collection management team in collaborating with and synchronizing information collection across the staff, various echelons, and other units and organizations. Army and Joint Doctrine have their own doctrinal models for the collection management functions. The Army developed its model, except for execution management, based on its tactical level point of view. The Joint Force developed an operational level model. Similar to the intelligence process, each model represents a framework that guides thought. They are not prescriptive. Units can use either the Army or Joint model based on whichever is most useful to their needs. A tactical level model. Collection management teams consider the commander's information, collection guidance, information requirements which become intelligence requirements, intelligence preparation of the operational environment outputs, and intelligence analysis in the context of friendly operations in order to develop an effective collection management plan. During collection management, the three functions effectively divide the collection management effort, ensuring its success. An operational level model. The joint publication describes the distinct functions of collection requirements management, collection operations management, and collection orchestration in a joint intelligence context, and provides some useful and detailed techniques associated with these functions. Units can adapt this joint operational level model to Army operations with some modifications. For example, units can use this model at higher echelons during inherently joint operations or during operations that require significant interactions with the joint headquarters. At the appropriate echelons, Army collection orchestration is the integration, synchronization, and optimization of the intelligence process and operations, including national and theater collection integration, all-domain, multidiscipline collection strategy development, and the end-to-end synchronization of collection requirements management, collection operations management, reconnaissance, Department of Defense intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, mission management, and processing, exploitation, and dissemination. Collection orchestration outside of the operational level model for collection management belongs to the G3S3, who has overall responsibility for information collection and tasking collection assets to conduct information collection. In the joint operational level model, collection management teams also consider the commander's information collection guidance, information requirements which become intelligence requirements, intelligence preparation of the operational environment and outputs, and intelligence analysis in the context of friendly operations to develop an effective collection management plan. The most significant modification required to use this model for Army operations is accounting for the G3S3's information collection requirements. The G3S3 integrates information collection during plans and operations in coordination with the rest of the staff, is the only staff officer with tasking authority from the commander, can authenticate all plans and orders, and synchronize all warfighting functions in time, space, and purpose. Collection management process. Conducting the complex and detailed tasks associated with collection management is inherent in the collection management process. Based on the commander and staff's participation, the collection management team, in close coordination with the operations staff, performs the 5 tasks of the collection management process. Develop requirements. Develop the collection management plan. Support tasking and directing. Assess collection. Update the collection management plan. The collection management tasks are continuous but not necessarily sequential. They are the basis for creating, tasking, and executing the information collection plan. This is accomplished through the challenging balance of developing requirements that effectively support operations during requirements management, developing recommendations to task collection assets, including associated details, such as the where, when, and how, for that collection, and coordinating with those assets or their command and control element to ensure an effective information collection effort throughout the entire operation during mission management. Ensuring a continuous integrated and synchronized information collection effort through timely and flexible adjustments to collection throughout the operation during execution management. Effective collection management focuses on answering intelligence requirements by analyzing these requirements, planning collection based on tasks to collection assets, and then assigning these tasks in an order. The collection management plan synchronizes and coordinates collection assets and processing, exploitation, and dissemination in the overall concept of operations, and positions and tasks collection assets so they can collect the right information, shift priorities as the situation develops, or execute a branch or sequel. The concept of operations is a statement that directs the manner in which subordinate units cooperate to accomplish the mission and establishes the sequence of actions the force will use to achieve the end state. The intelligence analysis continuum. There is far more to intelligence analysis than simply intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Intelligence analysis must support the commander's decisions, situational understanding, Army design methodology, the military decision-making process, information advantage activities, targeting, planning and executing deception operations, force protection considerations, and continuous operational assessments. In any operation, friendly and enemy forces will endeavor to set conditions to develop positions of relative advantage. Setting these conditions begins with pre-mission analysis of the operational environment, which provides relevant knowledge about the operational environment that is incorporated into the Army design methodology and then used later during other intelligence analysis tasks. During the military decision-making process, the intelligence staff leads intelligence preparation of the operational environment and conducts continuous intelligence analysis to understand the operational environment and the options it presents to friendly and threat capabilities. For example, threat databases and signatures developed during pre-mission analysis of the operational environment assist in assessing threat capabilities and vulnerabilities during intelligence preparation of the operational environment. This information facilitates decision-making during the military decision-making process and provides a common understanding of how friendly forces may gain positions of relative advantage across multiple domains and dimensions. This is essential when determining how best to mitigate sophisticated threat area denial and anti-access systems, integrated air defense systems, deception, information warfare, systems warfare, the electromagnetic spectrum, and electronic warfare. Unmanned aerial systems, robotic capabilities, and long-range fires capabilities, as well as accounting for civil considerations in the operational environment. Based on relevant aspects of the operational environment, including the domains and dimensions, the commander and staff continuously assess information, operations, and changes in the operational environment. Warnings intelligence, situation development, intelligence support to targeting, and intelligence support to information advantage activities assist the commander and staff in further shaping the operational environment to facilitate mission success. The continuous assessment of collected information also mitigates risk to friendly forces, while identifying opportunities to leverage friendly capabilities to open a window of opportunity. Leverage data, information, and intelligence. Several areas in this publication mention leveraging and collaborating across the intelligence enterprise and intelligence architecture, but in different contexts. This task is an inherent part of intelligence support and pertains to every other task in this chapter. An echelon does not collect all the information it needs, and an intelligence staff does not conduct all the intelligence analysis and production it needs to support the commander and staff. Every echelon uses data, information, and intelligence from higher, lower, and adjacent intelligence staffs and elements. Information outside of military sources can be valuable, especially for the operational variables of political, military, economic, social information, infrastructure, physical environment, and civil considerations. Academia, industry, and non-Department of Defense information can be especially valuable, as well as publicly available information, in providing critical insight and awareness across all domains and dimensions, especially the human and information dimension. Allies and other multinational partners have unique collection capabilities and valuable intelligence, including insight into specific regions and ongoing tensions. The Joint Force and other services have unique and specialized data, information, and intelligence on many areas, especially within the maritime, air, space, and cyberspace domains, including electronic warfare data and information. Generally, higher-level Army echelons have more time, resources, and a broader context to produce intelligence. Lower-level echelons may often have a more detailed and timelier picture of the enemy they face in the close area. Optimizing the task of leveraging data, information, and intelligence, and effectively collaborating across echelons are both an art and the application of science. Conduct pre-mission analysis of the operational environment. To perform intelligence preparation of the operational environment and the other important intelligence tasks that support operations, the intelligence staff must conduct a significant amount of analysis before receipt of mission. The intelligence staff cannot wait until receipt of mission to start intelligence analysis. As discussed in Chapter 2, there are several tools and processes, some led by the G2, S2, and intelligence staff, that assist the commander and staff in understanding the operational environment. Intelligence analysis plays an important role in facilitating this understanding. Therefore, the analytical effort must start as early as possible. As operational planning occurs in terms of theater campaign plans, contingency plans, and other planning, such as the Army design methodology, the intelligence staff provides intelligence support, which is connected to facilitating an understanding of the operational environment through sequential analysis and developing various intelligence products. The result is an ever-increasing level of operational focus. Analysis and products that account for the different aspects of the domains and dimensions, including their interrelationships. Analysis and products that account for the operational variables and how they interrelate. Analysis and products that specifically address a threat, localized terrain, weather and weather effects, civil considerations, including cultural aspects of the operational environment, and other significant aspects of that area to prepare the staff for the military decision-making process, including intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Domains and dimensions, general intelligence. During competition for those units and organizations without much operational or geographic focus, the intelligence staff must first understand a threat and the regional civilian population and other significant factors, for example, destabilizing natural disasters across a region. Using the domains and dimensions as a framework provides a helpful context and checklist to ensure the intelligence staff's holdings are as complete as possible, and to build a comprehensive understanding of the operational environment. Information and intelligence usually flow first from the United States intelligence community, academia, Defense Intelligence Agency, the Theater Army G2 and Military Intelligence Brigades Theater, and other higher echelon intelligence units and organizations. Some of this information and intelligence is or can be databased and some cannot. As this occurs, it is useful for intelligence staffs to practice their intelligence skills and compile or create intelligence products to further build their knowledge and proficiency as analysts. Analyzing and describing threat force capabilities, and even the whole of a threat government, are especially valuable in preparing for potential future operations. Producing these products should also assist intelligence staffs in finding information and intelligence gaps. During crisis and armed conflict with a specific operational or geographic focus, as time and the situation allows, producing general intelligence products on the threat and regional civilian population is of value. The greater the level of understanding of the operational environment at the general or holistic level, the better the understanding of the operational environment for a specific mission. Operational variables, intelligence for contingency and future plans. The next level of operational focus is moving from generalized analysis, information and intelligence to analysis, information and intelligence, specific to a contingency, possible operation or known future operation. This can include the employment of Army design methodology. In these instances, the joint force may perform joint intelligence preparation of the operational environment, and higher-level Army echelons may perform a rather broad intelligence preparation of the operational environment. However, lower-level Army echelons that have not received a mission do not perform intelligence preparation of the operational environment yet. Another important aspect of intelligence support at this point during competition is analysis of threat systems, which is different from joint target system analysis. Joint intelligence and higher-level Army intelligence, even when not structured based on the operational variables, directly address one or more of the operational variables. This joint intelligence and higher-level Army intelligence flow to lower-level units and organizations. The operational variables provide a second useful checklist, along with the domains and dimensions, to judge the completeness of intelligence products and information and intelligence gaps. The operational variables assist the commander and staff in understanding important factors within and across the domains and dimensions in a more focused manner and relevant to Army operations. At all echelons, intelligence staffs must practice their intelligence skills and compile or create intelligence products, focusing on one or more operational variables to further build their knowledge and proficiency as analysts. Threat, terrain, weather, and civil considerations, preparing for the military decision-making process. After contingency or other future plans are established, the next level of operational focus is preparing for receipt of mission, which starts the military decision-making process. Data, information, and intelligence focused on a specific threat, including the human and information dimensions, as well as localized terrain, weather and weather effects, and civil considerations, including the human and information dimensions, are invaluable to successfully performing intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Beyond compiling data, information, and intelligence from other sources, conducting analysis and developing intelligence products for these categories are very similar to performing steps 2 and 3 of the intelligence preparation of the operational environment process. While all aspects of building as much data, information, and intelligence are important, it is especially crucial to prepare detailed threat characteristics, models, and capabilities, considering the dimensions and domains, as much as possible, before receipt of mission. Perform intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment is the systematic process of analyzing the mission variables of enemy, terrain, weather, and civil considerations in an area of interest to determine their effect on operations. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment was previously known as intelligence preparation of the battlefield. The new term better reflects the multi-domain aspects of the operational environment within the name of the process. However, intelligence preparation of the battlefield has already accounted for and discussed the domains and dimensions of the operational environment across its 4 steps. Therefore, there is no change to the definition of intelligence preparation of the operational environment, which matches the definition of intelligence preparation of the battlefield, and there is no change to the 4 steps of intelligence preparation of the battlefield, now intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment allows commanders and staffs to start from a mission-focused holistic approach to analyze the operational environment to support the mission. The approach describes all relevant aspects of the operational environment that may impact friendly, threat, and neutral forces, considers all relevant domains and dimensions that may impact friendly and threat operations, identifies windows of opportunity to leverage friendly capabilities against threat forces to reach a position of relative advantage, human, information, or physical, allows commanders to leverage positions of relative advantage at a time and place most advantageous for mission success with the most accurate information available. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment results in intelligence products used during the military decision-making process to assist in developing friendly courses of action and decision points for the commander. Additionally, the conclusions reached and the products which are included in the intelligence estimate developed during intelligence preparation of the operational environment are critical in planning information collection and conducting targeting. When discussing intelligence preparation of the operational environment, it is natural to discuss the various intelligence preparation of the operational environment product. However, the following outcomes of the intelligence preparation of the operational environment process are as important as developing intelligence preparation of the operational environment products. Collaboration across the staff and with the commander. Effective consideration of the range of possible threat courses of action and capabilities, not just the most dangerous and most likely. Careful analysis and detailed consideration of the terrain, weather, and significant mission and operational variable considerations. A fair and accurate portrayal of the threat during course of action development and analysis, wargame. The G2, S2 and intelligence staff lead the staff effort, but intelligence preparation of the operational environment must include the entire staff, at least during key portions of the process. Often intelligence preparation of the operational environment's success is either set or not set, depending on what has occurred before intelligence preparation of the operational environment. This intelligence effort applies the intelligence warfighting function tasks of plan, establish, and revise an intelligence architecture, leverage data, information, and intelligence, conduct pre-mission analysis of the operational environment, mission focus. Upon receipt of a warning order or mission, or anticipation of a mission, the commander and staff draw relevant information, categorized by the operational variables, and filter it into the mission variables, used during mission analysis. During intelligence preparation of the operational environment, the staff focuses on the relevant aspects of the operational environment regarding the staff's warfighting function. The staff focuses primarily on the mission variables of enemy, terrain and weather, and civil considerations. However, based on the staff's echelon, type of operational environment, type of operation, and changes in the operational environment, the staff may need to account for other significant aspects of the operational environment. To be effective, intelligence preparation of the operational environment must consider all domains and dimensions, define the commander's area of interest by its geographic boundaries and across all domains to focus collection and analysis within the area of interest. Describe how the enemy, terrain and weather, and civil considerations will affect friendly and threat operations. This subtask involves the commander and the entire staff collaborating to determine these effects. No matter how complex, the staff must thoroughly consider the civil considerations, including information that are significant to the mission. Include relevant aspects of the operational environment that relate to relative advantages and defeat or stability mechanisms. Support each step of the military decision-making process with intelligence preparation of the operational environment products. Consider the operational framework. Facilitate the commander's ability to visualize the desired end state and a broad concept of how to shape current conditions into that end state. Support the commander in directing the intelligence effort. Facilitate understanding threat characteristics and threat goals, objectives, and courses of action. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment process steps. The intelligence preparation of the operational environment process consists of the following 4 steps. Define the operational environment. Describe environmental effects on operations. Evaluate the threat. Determine threat courses of action. Although there are 4 steps to the intelligence preparation of the operational environment process, intelligence preparation of the operational environment must seamlessly combine with pre-mission analysis of the operational environment, the leveraging of data, information, and intelligence, and situation development to serve as a continuous effort, with all staff members providing support to the intelligence warfighting function. Continuous analysis and assessments are necessary to maintain situational understanding of the operational environment in constant flux. Step 1. Define the operational environment. An operational environment for any specific operation comprises more than the interacting variables that exist within a specific physical area. It also involves interconnected influences from the global or regional perspective, such as politics and economics, that affect operational environment conditions and operations. Thus, each commander's operational environment is part of a higher commander's operational environment. Defining the operational environment results in the identification of Significant characteristics of the operational environment that can affect friendly and threat operations. Gaps in current intelligence holdings. Step 1 is important because it assists the commander in defining relevant aspects of the operational environment in time and space. This is equally important when considering characteristics of the domains and dimensions of the operational environment. Aspects of the operational environment may act simultaneously across the battlefield, but may only factor in friendly or threat operations at specific times and locations. During Step 1, the intelligence staff must identify those significant characteristics related to the mission variables of enemy, terrain and weather, and civil considerations that are relevant to the mission. The staff evaluates significant characteristics to identify gaps and initiate information collection. The staff then justifies the analysis to the commander. Failure to identify or misidentifying the effect these variables may have on operations at a given time and place can hinder decision-making and result in developing an ineffective information collection strategy. During Step 1, the area of operations, area of interest, and area of influence must also be identified and established. Understanding friendly and threat forces is not enough. Other factors such as culture, languages, tribal affiliations, and operational and mission variables can be equally important. Identifying the significant characteristics of the operational environment is essential in identifying the additional information needed to complete intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Once approved by the commander, this information becomes the commander's initial intelligence requirement, which focuses the commander's initial information collection effort and the remaining intelligence preparation of the operational environment process steps. Additionally, where a unit will be assigned and how its operations will synchronize with other associated operations must be considered. For example, the intelligence staff should be forming questions about where the unit will deploy within the entire theater and the specific logistics requirements to handle the operations contingency plans. Step 2. Describe environmental effects on operations. During Step 2 of the intelligence preparation of the operational environment process, the staff describes how significant characteristics affect friendly operations. The intelligence staff also describes how terrain, weather, civil considerations, and friendly forces affect threat forces. This evaluation focuses on the general capabilities of each force until the development of threat, courses of action in Step 4 of intelligence, preparation of the operational environment, and friendly courses of action later in the military decision-making process. The entire staff determines the effects of friendly and threat force actions on the population. If the intelligence staff does not have the information required to form conclusions, it uses assumptions to fill information gaps, always careful to ensure the commander understands when assumptions are used in place of facts to form conclusions. Step 3. Evaluate the threat. The purpose of evaluating the threat is to understand how a threat can affect friendly operations. Although threat forces may conform to some of the fundamental principles of warfare that guide Army operations, these forces have obvious as well as subtle differences in how they approach situations and problem solving. Understanding these differences is essential to understanding how a threat force will react in each situation. Threat evaluation does not begin with intelligence preparation of the operational environment. The intelligence staff conducts threat evaluations and creates threat models during the pre-mission analysis of the operational environment. Using this information, the intelligence staff refines threat models as necessary to support intelligence preparation of the operational environment. When analyzing a well-known threat, the intelligence staff may be able to rely on previously developed threat models. When analyzing a new or lesser-known threat, the intelligence staff may have to evaluate the threat and develop threat models during the military decision-making process, mission analysis step. When this occurs, the intelligence staff relies heavily on the threat evaluation conducted by higher headquarters and other intelligence agencies. In situations where the mission is not oriented on a threat force, intelligence analysis and intelligence products may focus on terrain, weather, and civil considerations. An example of this type of situation is a natural disaster. However, intelligence preparation of the operational environment must consider potential hazards and threats, such as terrorism, to any operation, as well as how friendly forces are under constant observation and contact by peer threats. Step 4. Determine threat courses of action. During Step 4, the intelligence staff identifies and develops possible threat courses of action that can affect accomplishing the friendly mission. The staff uses the products associated with determining threat courses of action to assist in developing and selecting friendly courses of action during the course of action steps of the military decision-making process. Identifying and developing valid threat courses of action minimize the potential of surprise to the commander by an unanticipated threat action and support the development of important branches and sequels. Failure to fully identify and develop valid threat courses of action may lead to the development of an information collection strategy that does not provide the information necessary to confirm what course of action the threat has taken, potentially resulting in friendly forces being surprised and possibly defeated. When needed, the staff should identify all significant civil considerations, those identified as operational environment significant characteristics, to portray the interrelationship of the threat, friendly forces, and population activities. The staff develops threat courses of action in the same manner friendly courses of action are developed. The Army Doctrine publication provides a model for developing valid threat courses of action that are suitable, feasible, easable, acceptable, unique, and consistent with threat doctrine or patterns of operation. Although the intelligence staff has the primary responsibility for developing threat courses of action, it needs assistance from the rest of the staff to present the most accurate and complete analysis to the commander. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment products. While there are other important intelligence preparation of the operational environment process outcomes, the development of several intelligence preparation of the operational environment products is also important. These products assist in driving subsequent steps of the military decision-making process, targeting, collection management, protection, risk management, other processes, and the conduct of intelligence preparation of the operational environment at lower echelons. While not all-inclusive, Figure 5.7 shows the flow of common products across intelligence preparation of the operational environment's 4 steps. Provide warnings. Across the range of military operations, various collection assets provide early warnings of threat action. As analysts screen incoming information and message traffic, they provide the commander with advanced warnings of threat activities or intentions that may change the basic nature of the operation. These warnings enable the commander and staff to quickly reorient the force to unexpected contingencies and to shape the operational environment. Analysts can use analytic techniques and their current knowledge databases to project multiple scenarios and develop indicators as guidelines for providing warning intelligence. An indicator is, in intelligence usage, an item of information that reflects the intention or capability of an enemy and/or adversary to adopt or reject a course of action. Analysts project future events and identify event characteristics that can be manipulated or affected. Characteristics that cannot be manipulated or affected should be incorporated into unit standard operating procedures as warning intelligence criteria. Provide intelligence support to targeting. Commanders and staffs need timely, accurate, relevant, and predictive intelligence to support the targeting effort, which includes the selection, prioritization, execution, and assessment of targets. Therefore, the intelligence support to targeting effort must be resourced, carefully planned, and supported by a large portion of the intelligence architecture. Intelligence support to targeting occurs across most of the intelligence warfighting function. While all intelligence disciplines and complementary capabilities support targeting, the effort is ultimately focused by the close collaboration between the all-source intelligence analysis element, whether dedicated to targeting or ad hoc, the collection management element, and various targeting and fires elements, including the Target Development Working Group, if applicable. Certain staff elements, including the United States Air Force Staff Weather Officer, Cyberspace Electromagnetic Activities Officer, and Space Operations Officer, also have an important role. Intelligence support to targeting includes support to planning, target development, identifying, target detection and assessing the effect of those operations, combat assessment. Characteristics that best describe the intelligence support to targeting effort include deliberate planning, collaboration across intelligence enterprise echelons, and precise intelligence to target threat capabilities at the right time and place to open windows of opportunity to achieve positions of relative advantage. Unfortunately, providing precise intelligence is challenging because threats, especially peer threats, make it difficult to collect on and analyze threat systems. Intelligence analysis to predict threat courses of action, considering terrain and weather effects, provide intelligence specific to a location and time, and accurately assess the employment of capabilities is difficult. Intelligence support to targeting includes tracking highly mobile targets and simultaneously engaging targets, including targets in complex terrain, such as subterranean and urban areas and jungle and mountainous terrain, and targets across multiple domains and dimensions, for example, targeting threat information systems. The intelligence warfighting function provides support during decide, detect, deliver, and assess, from developing plans through the military decision-making process and executing the operation after the military decision-making process. The targeting process is continuous, and so is intelligence support to targeting. Just like intelligence preparation of the operational environment, intelligence support to targeting is based on the data, information, and intelligence that result from planning, establishing, and revising the intelligence architecture, conducting pre-mission analysis of the operational environment, and leveraging data, information, and intelligence. While not all-inclusive, Figure 5.8 illustrates intelligence support to targeting before receipt of mission and during and after the military decision-making process. Decide. During the military decision-making process, targeting becomes more focused based on the commander's guidance and intent. Once the commander determines objectives, the intelligence staff must continuously review them with respect to the threat and the changing situation, to ensure they remain relevant to the commander's intent. Intelligence provides the commander with an understanding of the threat in terms of probable intent, objectives, strengths, vulnerabilities, and courses of action, at a minimum, most likely and most dangerous. Additionally, intelligence analysts recommend objectives based on enemy capabilities, vulnerabilities, centers of gravity, and likely courses of action. The decide function of the targeting methodology provides the overall focus and sets priorities for information collection and attack planning. Decide, the most important targeting function, requires close interaction between the intelligence, plans, operations, cyberspace, electromagnetic activities, fire support, space, and legal. The intelligence staff analyzes threat systems and their components to make a recommendation for generating the commander's intended effect on the target, although the fire support officer, in collaboration with the G3S3, makes the final decision. The intelligence input is based primarily on the attack guidance matrix, determining the most effective friendly means available to produce the commander's desired effect on the target. The decide function draws heavily on the staff's knowledge of the threat, a detailed intelligence preparation of the operational environment, which occurs simultaneously, and a continuous assessment of the situation. Targeting priorities are addressed for each phase or critical event of an operation. During the targeting meeting, the collection management team advises the targeting working group on the ability of available collection systems to acquire and identify high payoff targets, track high payoff targets, and support battle damage assessment on high payoff targets. The team assists the working group, as needed, in revising the intelligence architecture to disseminate target-related intelligence to attack systems in near real time. The targeting working group further refines event templates, and associated event matrices, developed during intelligence preparation of the operational environment, into targeting matrices, which provide the level of detail the collection management team requires to focus information collection to support targeting. The team uses targeting matrices, intelligence preparation of the operational environment products, and target synchronization matrix to divide high payoff targets into collection functions, acquire and identify, track, and support battle damage assessment, specific information requirements, named areas of interest, and target areas of interest, and specific collection tab. Detect. The Command Information Operations Center is primarily responsible for directing the execution of the information collection effort to detect high payoff targets identified during the decide function. The intelligence cell with the Command Information Operations Center must focus its intelligence analysis efforts to support both situation development and the targeting effort. Therefore, close coordination between the intelligence cell and the fire support element is critical. Key staff members in this effort include the G3S3, G2S2, Information Operations Officer, Field Artillery Intelligence Officer, Targeting Officer, Fire Support Coordinator, and Fire Support Officer. The Collection Manager directs the information collection synchronization effort, focusing on priority intelligence requirements and target intelligence requirements. The Collection Manager ensures the information collection plan supports the finalized targeting plan. The Collection Management Team, in coordination with the Targeting Team, or Intelligence Targeting Officer, develops collection strategies to satisfy priority intelligence requirements and targeting intelligence requirements. The Collection Management Team may have to differentiate collection tasks to support the acquire and identify or track collection function when a collection asset cannot perform both collection functions. This is a major challenge during large-scale combat operations, at which time the concept of persistent surveillance is often not possible. National technical means may have to serve as an intermittent form of surveillance, in conjunction with Army collection assets, to acquire and identify and track high payoff targets, and may be one of the primary means to detect targets in the space and cyberspace domains. Some collection assets provide actual targetable information, while information from other collection assets requires processing, exploitation, and dissemination to produce valid targets. The target priorities developed in the decide function are used to expedite the processing of targets. The Collection Management Team plans for synchronized collection, focusing on the proper high payoff target at each phase in the course of action. Plans collection to satisfy that set of specific information requirements if battle damage assessment is required to support the course of action. Plans and arranges, when possible, direct dissemination of targeting intelligence from the collector to the targeting cell or the appropriate fires element. During operations, the Collection Management Team monitors the execution of the Collection Management Plan. Uses the information collection matrix to ensure collection assets focus on the proper high payoff targets and their associated named areas of interest and target areas of interest. Alerts the appropriate fires element as targets of opportunity present themselves. Cross-cues collection assets to support the targeting effort. When detecting a high payoff target, the information is quickly disseminated to the Field Artillery Intelligence Officer to determine if the target meets the commander's attack guidance, the target's priority, and if the target complies with the target selection standard. To ensure target-related intelligence is disseminated quickly, the Field Artillery Intelligence Officer is normally collocated in the intelligence cell, with communications to the fire support element or fire cell. The intelligence cell also supports targeting through other means in conjunction with the Cyberspace Electromagnetic Activities Cell, Space Operations Officer, and the rest of the staff. The Field Artillery Intelligence Officer coordinates with the intelligence cell and disseminates target-related intelligence directly to the fire support element or fire cell. If the target meets the commander's attack guidance and targeting priorities, it is actioned in accordance with the commander's intent. In those instances when the situation dictates developing a new high payoff target, or when the staff assesses a significant change to an existing high payoff target, subsequent target development must occur. High payoff targets have the potential to change by targeting cycle, phase, activating event, or other criteria directed by the commander. When subsequent target development is necessary, the targeting information is forwarded for intelligence analysis, and the target development process must occur quickly. Upon identifying a target specified for attack, analysts pass the target to the fire support element or fire cell, or the appropriate staff proponent, who directs the desired prosecution of effects against the target. Deliver. During the deliver function, the intelligence staff analyzes threat systems and their components to make a recommendation for generating the commander's intended effect on the target, although the fire support officer, in collaboration with the G3S3, makes the final decision. The intelligence input is based primarily on the attack guidance matrix, determining the most effective friendly means available to produce the commander's desired effect on the target. During the deliver function, the collection management team cues collectors to continue tracking targets during its engagement. Pre-planned or queued battle damage assessment collection and reporting assist in determining if the engagement produced the desired effects. If not, continued tracking supports immediate re-engagement. Assessing. Intelligence supports the assessment function by determining if targeting actions have met the desired effects and if re-attack is necessary to perform essential fires tasks and achieve the commander's intent for fires. Intelligence support to combat assessment relates to specific targets by completing physical damage assessments and functional damage assessments. During the assess function, the collection management team continuously assesses the information collection effort and compares ongoing actions to the collection management plan and the original intent. As operations progress and the situation deviates from the plan, it is important to ensure information collection supports all requirements. If the staff's assessment reveals that some requirements are not answered, the collection management team must re-evaluate the collection management plan. Then the team and staff must provide input on adjustments to the collection effort, retasking, or the development of new tasks. The collection management team and current operations track the situation relative to those requirements to determine the completion of the collection task, the effectiveness of targeting and resulting effects on the target, continued synchronization with other operations or emerging collection opportunities, and most critically, the requirements for target reattack, if required. The assess function is nested in the overall continuous assessment of operations within the operations and intelligence processes. Assessments are directly connected to the commander's decisions throughout the conduct of operations. Planning for assessment identifies key aspects of the operation that the commander directs be closely monitored and identifies where the commander wants to make the decisions. Intelligence has a major role in assessments. The assess function is performed through combat assessment, the determination of the overall effectiveness of force employment during military operations. Operational assessments are normally conducted only at echelons above brigade. Combat assessment is composed of three related elements: battle damage assessment, munitions effectiveness assessment, and re-attack recommendations. Provide intelligence support to information advantage. Chapter 2 discusses the operational environment dimensions, human, information, and physical advantages, and positions of relative advantage in accordance with FM 3.0. Initially, commanders and staffs should maintain a balanced outlook, an approach to reaching human, information, and physical advantages. While not entirely new in execution, the recent doctrinal articulation of identifying and reaching advantages within and across dimensions can be somewhat complex. For example, most information advantages result from human and physical advantages, and several considerations to apply lethal and non-lethal means to reach a targeting effect span across all three dimensions. Additionally, most information advantages result from human and physical factors that are activities intrinsic to Army operations. In many instances, especially during competition and crisis, commanders and staffs must understand many relevant aspects of the operational environment, including friendly and enemy capabilities and factors across the domains and dimensions, to conduct operations and activities to reach an information advantage. Additionally, commanders and staffs must understand and appreciate the complex interrelationship between the human, information, and physical dimensions from a friendly, threat, and other actors' perspective. Units and intelligence organizations should leverage the Army Cyber Command (G2) and the Cyber Military Intelligence Group, the Joint Force Commander Information Planning Cell, and the Deputy Director for Global Operations for assistance in developing information advantage-specific support requirements. Intelligence support to information advantage includes the following: support to understanding the operational environment, including the domains and dimensions. Understanding threat information warfare capabilities and ongoing activities, so friendly forces can preempt with their own messaging. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Situation development. Collection management. Support to all information aspects of targeting. Support to countering misinformation and disinformation efforts, including open-source intelligence support. Support to determining protection and security activities to mitigate threat activities. Many aspects of counterintelligence, including technology protection. FM20 modified the intelligence warfighting function tasks to support information advantage. Provide intelligence support to information operations from FM20 dated 6 July 2018 has been deleted. Provide intelligence support to information operations. Subtasks have been captured under intelligence warfighting function task. Provide intelligence support to unique missions. Some of the subtasks include: provide intelligence support to public affairs, military information support operations, cyberspace electromagnetic activities, cybersecurity, operations security, and military deception. Perform situation development. The intelligence staff performs continual situation development once intelligence preparation of the operational environment is completed to support the unit's military decision-making process. Situation development involves the logical next steps of taking intelligence, preparation of the operational environment, and military decision-making process results and continuing to support the commander and staff in terms of understanding, visualizing, and decision-making, except for support to targeting, which is a separate task. Intelligence preparation of the operational environment products are converted into threat tracking intelligence products, as well as into the development of standard intelligence products that support situational understanding and a unit or organization's battle rhythm. Analysts continually produce current intelligence to answer the commander's requirements, update and refine intelligence preparation of the operational environment products as needed, and support transitions to the next phase of an operation branch or sequel. While intelligence preparation of the operational environment initially shapes the development of situation development products, performing situation development is different from performing intelligence preparation of the operational environment. Situation development products are more useful when key staff members collaborate with the intelligence staff. There are several standard doctrinal intelligence products associated with this task. Different units should freely modify these doctrinal products or develop their own, as long as they meet the doctrinal intent of providing relevant and timely support to the commander and staff. Some of these intelligence products include event templates and associated event matrices, intelligence estimates, intelligence running estimates, intelligence summaries, graphic intelligence summaries, intelligence reports, periodic intelligence reports, battle damage assessment, charts, visualization products according to the commander's preference. The intelligence staff can develop these products in digital, hard copy, and/or acetate formats, depending on the echelon. various command and control and intelligence systems, data denied, intermittent, and limited communications environments, and the unit's primary alternate contingency and emergency plan. Performing situation development at any echelon also depends on how commanders and staffs decide to share, integrate, and synchronize the common intelligence picture and common operational picture across echelons. Section 5I. Situational understanding, the common intelligence picture, and the common operational picture. As an operation progresses, the intelligence staff facilitates the commander and staff's situational understanding through as timely and accurate situation development as possible. Information collection at and across echelons results in combat information and the dissemination of data and information to intelligence elements for analysis and the production of intelligence. The G2, S2, and intelligence staff perform many activities to integrate and synchronize intelligence collection, processing, exploitation, and dissemination, and intelligence analysis at and across echelons, including collection management. Each echelon performs information collection and also collaborates across echelons to share data, information, and intelligence, which can be maintained at or accessed by that echelon. The fog and friction of operations and information collection, as well as time constraints, can significantly challenge the intelligence staff. As this occurs, the intelligence staff provides continuous intelligence products within the capabilities of intelligence analysis systems, including the common operational picture, to facilitate the commander and staff's situational understanding. The common operational picture is the most important operational product used to establish a shared understanding between echelons. The intelligence staff provides the intelligence portion of the common operational picture to the rest of the staff for integration into the common operational picture. However, the G2, S2 ultimately succeeds or fails, not by producing any particular intelligence product or common intelligence picture. The G2, S2 succeeds by providing the commander what the commander needs with respect to accurate intelligence when the commander needs it. Concurrent with producing intelligence, the intelligence staff collaborates across echelons to maintain a shared or common interpretation of threat locations, capabilities, objectives, and intent, courses of action, strengths, and vulnerabilities. While the G2, S2, and intelligence staff's primary responsibility is to their commander and staff, they must also continually collaborate and share products, such as the common intelligence picture and intelligence portion of the common operational picture across echelons. This open collaboration, usually up and down at least one echelon and with adjacent units, and a common intelligence interpretation result in better intelligence for each echelon's commander and staff, and supports a shared operational understanding between echelons. Figure 510 depicts the complex and intense effort to both support the commander and staff and collaborate across echelons with other intelligence staffs to support a common interpretation. There are several areas where friction occurs while providing the commander and staff with intelligence to drive decision-making and targeting, and have a common interpretation between echelons. The commander can disagree with the analysis. After providing the commander with the logic, if the commander still disagrees, the G2, S2, and intelligence staff must adopt the commander's analysis while still considering other possible threat actions to support branches and sequels. The higher or lower level or adjacent unit, G2, S2, or representative can disagree with the intelligence interpretation of many threat aspects of the situation. Commanders across echelons can have a very different understanding, including their interpretation of the threat situation. Communications between echelons can be degraded, intermittent, and limited. The intelligence warfighting function works through this friction and then resets the common intelligence picture as needed. Resetting a common interpretation of the situation and building a new common intelligence picture are necessary as commanders make decisions, operations transition, or echelons, start a new military decision-making process, and intelligence preparation of the operational environment. The common intelligence picture. The Common Intelligence Picture is a single, identical display of relevant, instructive, and contextual intelligence information regarding enemy, adversary, and neutral force disposition, and supporting infrastructures derived from all sources at any level of classification, shared by more than one command, that facilitates collaborative planning and assists all echelons to enhance situational awareness and decision-making. For Army purposes, the Common Intelligence Picture is viewed as a single display or any combination of displays and products that support the commander and staff situational understanding, allow the development of the intelligence portion of the Common Operational Picture, assist collaboration between echelons to support a common interpretation of key aspects of the threat. In most instances, current technology and systems do not support a single common intelligence picture accomplishing all that is mentioned above. Therefore, the Common Intelligence Picture can be any combination of the intelligence products discussed under situation development, as well as overlays, either digital or acetate. The Common Intelligence Picture relies on constant intelligence synchronization and continuing assessments. Specifically, the Common Intelligence Picture is based on data, information, and intelligence from multiple echelons, organizations, and agencies. Leveraging the intelligence enterprise. The commander often directs how information and intelligence should be displayed on the Common Intelligence Picture. The G2, S2, and intelligence staff should ensure the information and intelligence are tailored to the commander's requirements. The following include some key aspects of the Common Intelligence Picture. The Common Intelligence Picture is derived from all intelligence disciplines, complementary capabilities, and ancillary collection assets. Threat and civil considerations information across all domains and dimensions of the operational environment. The Common Intelligence Picture is driven by unit standard operating procedures and collaboration up and down one echelon. E2. S2s must consider the following when developing the Common Intelligence Picture. Commander's requirements. The unit's mission. Common Intelligence Picture classification. Echelon of Common Intelligence Picture development. Common Intelligence Picture management procedures. Available intelligence architecture and bandwidth. Types of information to be displayed. How information is to be displayed. Dissemination and ingestion methods and procedures. Reporting timelines. The Common Intelligence Picture focuses on describing the operational environment, the threat, and threat courses of action. This product should have both a visual and textual component. If organized appropriately, both components will convey a clear and relevant threat narrative, consistent with operational terminology. Intelligence staffs must exercise high control over the threat narrative to ensure consistency, which supports the commander and staff situational understanding. Intelligence portion of the Common Operational Picture. The G2, S2, and intelligence staff carefully consider what aspects of the Common Intelligence Picture to disseminate to the operations staff as the intelligence portion of the Common Operational Picture. The Common Operational Picture is a display of relevant information within a commander's area of interest tailored to the user's requirements and based on common data and information shared by more than one command. Although the Common Operational Picture is ideally a single display, it may include more than one display and information in other forms, such as graphic representations or written reports, automatic updates, and overlays, often digitally stored in a common database. The intelligence portions of the Common Operational Picture are those messages and overlays relating to threats, terrain and weather, and civil considerations in the common database. The G2, S2, and intelligence staff ensure the common database reflects the most current information and intelligence available to maintain the timeliness, accuracy, and relevancy of the intelligence portion of the Common Operational Picture. The commander and staff must account for and mitigate any limitations in the Common Operational Picture based on the command and control system and technology used to generate the Common Operational Picture. The threat situation and civil considerations portions of the common operational picture, while updated by the intelligence staff regularly, are sometimes limited to displaying somewhat latent and composite locations and threat force disposition. Somewhat latent indicates that in most situations those locations were captured at a specific time and are not automatically updated. Composite indicates that in some situations those locations were captured across multiple dates and times. The intelligence portion of the common operational picture may also require further explanation from the intelligence staff or other intelligence products due to the complexity of the threat situation and mission variables. With the complexity of the operational environment, the intelligence staff must be prepared to validate and maintain the threat portions of the common operational picture in a timely and flexible manner. Collaborate with the rest of the staff to ensure the appropriate operational and mission variables are displayed. Effectively display the multiple types and layers of information the commander requires. A common operational picture is key to achieving and maintaining shared situational understanding in all domains, and making effective decisions faster than the threat. The difficulty of maintaining a common operational picture in a multinational environment varies based on training levels, language differences, level of data sharing, technical compatibility of systems, restrictions based on classification, and other national caveats. The common operational picture facilitates collaborative planning and assists commanders at all echelons in achieving shared situational understanding. The common operational picture must consider relevant factors and domains affecting the operation as well as provide and enable a common understanding of the interrelationships between actions and effects through the human, information, and physical dimensions. Shared situational understanding allows commanders to visualize the effects of their decisions on other elements of the force and the overall operation.